Hey there, what's going on everyone? This is Sue again. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video I want to share with you guys some extra tips, just a couple more tips on how to get out of debt. In my previous video I gave you guys 3 tips, three steps to start paying down your debt, right? I just kind of started the series. The first one was getting leverage, getting to the point where you just have to get out of debt. You hate it, you're tired of it, you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting out of being in debt, right? And then you save up, right? You save up $1,000 just to have an emergency fund. And then the third step was to start to budgeting, do a little budgeting. Now this step here is once you got to that point already. So you've already got your budget, and now you're getting into the program of paying off your credit card debts and other student loan debts and anything other debt you have that's monthly, right? Or not monthly, but any other debts. So let's just say that you have 5 credit cards. You have 5 credit cards that you owe on, and each one you have a separate balance. See, the logical, like the intellectual way that most people would think of paying down their debts is to focus on paying off the credit card that has the highest interest rate, because that's the one that's charging you the most money, right? It's costing you the most money to keep. So let's say that you have 5 credit cards. One credit card you owe $3,000 on, it's at 24%. The second one you owe $2,000 on, and that's 20%. The third one you owe another $1,000, and that's like 18%. And the fourth one you owe like $500, and that's like 10%. And then the fifth one you only owe $500 or $250 or $300, whatever, a lower balance, and it's like 0% introductory because you barely got that one, right? And it's a lower limit also, so you already maxed it out. You can only have $300 to $500 on there or whatnot, so you can't transfer any balances. See, a lot of people would think that, hey, you know what? This card that I owe $3,000 on, that one I owe 24. That's a 24% interest rate. I'm gonna go ahead and start paying that off first, because that's gonna save me a lot of money on interest. But see, that's where the mistake is, and it's not a mistake per se, but it's more of a behavior. If you want to be successful in paying off your debt, it's not about the mechanics, it's not about the how-tos, it's not about the intellectual stuff. It's about the behavior and the small successes that you give yourself. So the proper way, the way that my wife and I did, was we paid off the lowest balance loan or credit card or debt first, right? Because the lowest balance is the easiest to pay off. Can't you agree with that, right? The lowest balance is going to be the easiest for you to knock out first. And even though you might owe 0% interest on that, it's better for you to just tackle it first. You see, the reason is when you have 5 credit cards and you tackle one, there's a sense of accomplishment there, right? There's a sense of more, like, it adds to your motivation. Like, hey, you know what? We did it. We owe 5 credit cards, but now we just knock one out. Now we cut it up. We cut it up already, and now it's done. We're not going back into that debt anymore. Boom. So you knock one out. And then you take that minimum balance plus any extra money that you have saved up each month, and you go on to the next. You double up on the next lowest balance credit card. So you do the same thing. You take the minimum balance and any extras and pay it on top of that. So now you're just knocking it out. Boom, boom, boom. So the second lowest credit card balance is gone. Then you do that again for the third and the fourth and the fifth and 6th, 7th, or whatever, up to the 10th one. Like I had like, I believe like 10 different balances on different cards. So you just go down the road, and it's a snowball effect. It builds up, and each time you do that, you feel motivated, you feel accomplished, that hey, you know what, you're making traction and it works. You see, when my wife and I, we paid off our credit cards, at that time we were fortunate because I was working a commission-based plus salary job. So I would get like extra commissions on good months. So we would have extra money and stuff to pay. And I remember, before we did this whole debt elimination program or whatever, I was making like minimum payments on everything, right? and I was making like just the minimum alone. I was spending like close to $1,000 on just the minimum payments. And when we got to our like last couple of debts, we were making like over $2,000 payments on each payment for that credit card. And it was just crazy. I mean, we were paying way, I mean, we were living in an apartment at that time, and our debt payments, because we were so serious about getting out of debt, is we took all of our money that we had extra and we just piled on. And it's just a good feeling when you had that momentum and that snowball effect kicks in. You know, we were paying like over $2,000 a month for each monthly payment towards our credit cards. And when it got down to my last payment, I mean down to our last debt, which was a student loan, I owed like $26,000, right? We knocked that out in less than 10 months because we were just in a snowball effect. We were paying like $2,500 a month just to get out of that debt very quickly. And that's the power of you know, of the snowball effect. So if you guys have credit card and you're going into this program that I'm showing here, you've got your budget laid out already, you're using cash, don't forget to use cash. It helps you kind of, you know, keep track of your spending, and helps you spend less too. When you're doing your credit cards, just itemize all your credit cards from lowest balance to highest balance, and don't even worry about how much interest they cost. All right, don't even worry about that. Just go for the lowest balance first and just knock it out and then do it one by one. And every time you kill one of those credit cards, take that minimum balance, minimum payments, and apply to the next credit card. Just go down the list, go up the list, I mean, and then before you know it, oh my gosh, you'll be out of debt. You'll be paying so much every month, and you'll be excited to do that because you know that, you know, the end is near. And now you could guess what happens. You know what happens when you pay off all of your debts? You see, what's crazy is that these like $2,000 monthly payments that we were applying towards our credit card debts, it turned into like savings afterwards, right? Now you can use that money to save for your future. You can use that money to you know, you basically keep that money. You can do whatever you want. You know, I recommend building your emergency fund after that, you know, build up to 6 months so that you can have a cushion just in case something else happens in life, you know. So anyways, that went a little long, but I think that's an awesome tip, and that's exactly what my wife and I did, and it allowed us to pay off all of our debts. And if you apply this, and if you just work on those habits of just doing that, oh man, you know, once you pay it off, it's such a blessing. It's just a relief. And you know, I look forward to hearing you guys telling me, saying, hey, you know what, Sue, we're out of debt now. Awesome. You know, it's just that's what I do. I mean, all right guys, if you have any other questions for me, just put it in the comment section below. You know, I would love to help you guys out some more, and if I can point you in the right direction or whatever, I will be more than happy to do that. Okay, so until next time, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay, all right, peace.